Hello, welcome to this episode of Press Start TV. My name's Will. With us today is
Nine
and
Nathan
and
Sam.
So this entire show is going to be dedicated to Nintendo. Nintendo has a lot of cool things coming out. Of course, 2014, 2015. I mean. Where should we start? I mean, they announced what? I guess they have some 3DS.
new 3DS.
massive 3DS.
Oh yeah.
This thing has got to be like, it's a laptop. It's huge.
It's a bigger.
They're
It's
making
bigger.
the 3DS LL, or as we will call it, the XL, because
Or the
it is
XXL.
Yeah, I was going to say there already
Compared
is a
to the-
3DS XL.
It's
it's
now
bigger than that.
Exactly. So we should just call it 3DS XXXL.
It's the 2XL.
Yeah,
That's what we'll
2XL,
call it, the
sure.
2XL.
So even larger. So it's like an iPad almost, kind of like
Pretty
that?
much. It's
Pretty
going to
much.
be.
Well, but it looks like it's about the size of like an iPad mini, like the screen,
Yeah.
and then double that.
So it's still
'cause
two screens.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
Wow.
and extra buttons.
They added the C stick, which is great, and they added ZL and ZR to the shoulder buttons, and they added a bigger CPU and GPU so it could play more advanced games like Xenoblade Chronicles.
Very
Which is
nice.
being ported to the new 3DS.
Yes.
Only playable on the new 3DS.
Which is what it's actually called, the new.
New,
3DS.
which is kind of strange because in like 5 years that's not going to be relevant.
Well, unless this
gonna
is
con-
their
it's
new
gonna con-
handheld that they're pushing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but it
but
could be
they've
confusing.
done that for several things. You've got Mario Brothers, then Super
New
Mario
Super
Brothers,
Mario Brothers.
and then New Super Mario Brothers, and then New Super Mario Brothers 2.
That's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
They keep moving.
Well,
around.
and they've also added the colors to the buttons.
Yep.
Like
Yes.
it looks like an.
It looks like an SNES
yeah.
controller now.
Which is really smart.
So maybe they're doing this because they want to be able to have different options for the player, right? So
Yeah.
if you have like a GameCube game, now it's got the stick, you can use those types of things. Is that the idea? Or
Who knows?
It's hard to tell. I mean, with more power in both departments.
better games?
You can get better graphics, better games.
And speaking
They're
of better
smart.
graphics,
dominating the handheld market. There's
Oh,
really
they
nobody.
are.
I mean, the Vita's a
Nintendo
great
has
system. The Vita's a great
always
system.
dominated.
I don't want to take anything
3DS
away
is
from
just
it, but
destroying everybody.
well, and if you
now.
ask anybody, what handheld would you get? They're gonna say, the Nintendo, whatever, either the Game Boy, the NES, the
At some point in
DS,
somebody's
whatever.
gaming life, they've had a Nintendo handheld product.
Yeah.
At one
Like,
point.
it's almost hand over fist possible.
So they added a micro SD slots.
Yes. I don't know why.
I'm not sure either. I
I'm
guess it was
guessing
just to
for
save space.
store downloads.
Yeah.
Probably.
Nintendo
I mean,
store
Okay.
downloads.
Pictures.
yeah, pictures.
Transfer,
Your
make it easier to transfer to your computer.
right.
They're making it more functional. It sounds like.
Exactly.
much.
And that way you can expand the memory with what you need. So say 9 has one and he doesn't need a lot of memory, but I do, I can expand it without,
Right.
having to sit there and go buy a whole nother system.
Exactly.
So one of the things that I'm not too big on is the actual 3D effects. Is that going to change? How's
They've
that gonna-
added better 3D performance on this new system.
And they've made it to where
I'll be
how like
judging.
when you would look, when you kind of like would not sit in the sweet spot,
Yeah.
it get blurry. They fixed it.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
I'm
kind
definitely
of
excited for that because whenever I was playing pretty much anything, I could never find the perfect spot.
You had to be looking like directly at
Yeah.
it, like in clear, crystal clear light, and you couldn't move.
Yeah.
So pushing buttons would knock it off course, and you'd
then-
get blurry and get a headache.
Right, and like
And
Kid
they have
Icarus,
fixed
you had
that
to get
issue.
you had to have a special stand just to play that game, so the 3D was proper, which is
Right.
a little, unnecessary.
Seems like that's been a problem ever since the Virtual Boy.
Yeah.
The old
eye cancer machine.
Well, that's pretty exciting. So I think they'll be more relevant with that system. The more hopefully now will it still play the DS games?
It will play
as
all
well?
the DS and advanced games like the other
advanced games as well.
ones. That's what the cartridge slot looks like.
Oh wow, that's big
The
time.
game.
Well, and they've moved the cartridge slot. Instead of it being behind, it's
I
in
could
the
be
front.
wrong. I could be wrong, but the shape of the cartridge slot looks like an advanced cartridge slot.
That would be a nice feature because
There's a ton of
think-
Game Boy Advance games.
the DS Lite, of course, played the Game Boy Advance and the DS games. The DSi played the DS games.
No, they stopped at
and then they
DS Lite.
stopped.
Yeah.
With that, and then the 3DS, of course, plays the DS and the 3DS, but no Game Boy Advance. So a system that plays nice, That's a lot of extra gaming that they can,
I could be wrong. Let me go on record and say that I could be wrong.
So
but the
9
shape
is saying that it's a
the
Game Boy
shape
Advance slot.
of
And
the
you heard
card
it,
slot
no.
looks
no.
like an advanced card slot.
But you'd think they would
It's
confirm
wider,
something
so
like
it-
that in the trailer.
Unless
Well, that
you
also
would
doesn't-
think, but they also want to save information.
Yeah, they they don't want to give all their information.
But at the same
Exactly.
time, at their eShop, they're already selling Game Boy and Game Boy Color games. So why would they already allow you to?
For people like you and me who have 4,000 Game Boy Advance cartridges just sitting in our room and
Yeah.
we can't play them.
True, but I don't know.
I'm not going to rebuy $500,000 worth of games on the eShop. I want to just be able to plug my cartridge in. Same reason I want backwards compatibility on my PS4 and my Xbox One. I just want to put the disc in I already own. It's easier.
So that is interesting. Now, what else do we hear? Are they using? Will it have Amiibo support, or do we know that yet?
Yeah, I think if you
the
put
bottom.
yes
screen.
on the bottom screen, if you put your Amiibo,
Amiibo.
Amiibo.
Wow.
Amiibo.
If you put the Amiibo on the bottom of your screen, it'll recognize it, just like if you did that for the Wii U.
Gamepad for the Wii U.
Yeah. So
Very cool.
That's nice to
That
hear.
makes
What
it
if your
easier.
stats will transfer? I'm sure it will.
What's that?
From the 3DS to the Wii U or whatever. If your Mario's.
I don't see why not.
Yeah.
Should.
Dragon Quest is coming out.
Okay.
7
Yeah,
with
they're
it.
bringing Dragon Quest 7 to the new 3DS.
Yes.
And what did they announce release date for this thing yet? Or
I don't think so. I think they just announced that it's coming.
Was it going to be
It's coming
playable?
first to Japan.
Yeah, it's coming
and
to
it'll
Japan.
Come stateside later on.
Yeah.
Will it be playable on the new 3DS and also the older one?
What's
what's
that?
that?
The Dragon Quest?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just know that they announced it for the 3DS.
They announced any other games with it?
Xenoblade Chronicles is coming strictly for the new
3DS. Yep.
Very cool.
So it can handle the new CPU and
Right.
GPU processing.
Yeah.
So super exciting, a new 3DS coming your way. We'll have more on Nintendo when we get back. Hey, welcome back. Today we are talking about all things Nintendo. We just got done talking about the new 3DS XXL, for lack of better name at this point, but it'll be coming your way soon. And some other Nintendo news, they just finally announced the price point. They didn't give the actual release date yet, which I can only assume it comes out with Smash Brothers still. But
would
they
make
did announce
sense.
the price point. And Amiibos will be costing us and you $12.99 when it comes out. Thoughts on that?
That's a pretty good price range. I mean, it's pretty similar to the Skylanders
It's exactly
and
the
the Disney
same as
Infinity.
Skylander and Infinities. They're both running at $12.99.
Exactly.
So it's right on par.
The only thing, unfortunately, is I thought I was going to be able to buy all of them, but I don't think I can afford that.
Over time. Nate.
Over time,
Over
yes,
time.
but I wanted to buy them all at once.
Not
Well,
gonna happen.
don't we all?
I'm just saying.
We all want to buy the
I
thing.
guess you're going to have to get a real job.
Hey, real jobs.
So $12.99. For me, that's a freaking awesome deal.
That is a really good price.
That is a really good price.
I agree. And
Okay.
it looks like on the website when they announced that they were available for pre-order as well now, that they didn't go away from the detail that we saw a couple months ago.
That's-
at
yeah.
Nintendo.
When
They
we
did
had-
change a few of the designs, but they still look really, really good.
That's
I mean,
why I
highly
was saying.
detailed.
I mean, once we saw those figures, I mean, they were sturdy looking, solid.
You're
nice
getting your
base.
money's worth.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean,
Oh, yeah.
more than your
I
money's
mean,
worth.
you know, you're not going to feel like, oh, this is a piece of
you're not
plastic I
using
can
it
get
for
out of a
just-
gumball machine.
You're not using it for just one game. You can use this figure for several games
Yeah.
coming out, which is really nice to see.
I think for the level of detail that you get with it, I think this is going to be huge. As long as they're on the other side of it, they're profitable with it and their production.
Yeah.
This is a pretty sweet deal for Nintendo because you know what's going to happen. You know, a lot of kids are going to get these. What's going to happen? They're going to lose them, right? They're,
Oh, yeah.
they're
lose
losing
them, break them, step
They're going to
on
end up in the yard. They're going
dogs
to get
gonna
ran
chew
over.
them.
Yeah, fill in the blank. So now they can just replace them pretty easily. Mom and Dad can go buy, you know, the new figure. But for me, I'm like, you know, I'm going to have my own little collection going along.
Oh, yeah.
He's going to
You
have a
got
whole
glass
wall.
case with a lock, no one touching those.
Yeah, but see, and I'm not. A lot of people will buy them that don't even have a Nintendo.
Yeah.
They'll just buy the figure, you know, just because.
This guy.
Yeah,
I want that Link
True, right?
figure. Link has a face now.
I know.
So that's good news. Link actually has a face.
So yeah, $12.99. I think that's a great thing. and look forward to actually getting a release date on the Amiibo figures. Some other Nintendo news. Mario Kart, one of our faves, has received a DLC announcement.
More DLC announcement.
Oh, the first one was the Mercedes-Benz DLC.
Which was...
We're still trying to
was
figure out.
free.
But
I actually tried the cars out. I really liked the 1920s car that they offered. But
I still just...
it's still
not-
really weird.
yeah, I can't see myself spending money on that.
No, it's free.
That's free.
The Mercedes-Benz DLC.
Okay.
It also updates a few other technical things. To make the
But
game
I
play
don't
smoother.
understand what the point of it.
Yeah, I think it's just a weird partnership.
There
was
must have
a-
been just some
Yeah.
sort of a
Some kind of
conversation that was
weird-
had at one point. And
Yeah, maybe Mercedes is trying to brand themselves a little bit more to younger crowds.
maybe
I
Mercedes
guess.
will be introducing karts. In
That
their
would be
product.
awesome.
Yes.
I
Thank
would
you.
buy. That would be the first Mercedes I ever buy, and I would buy a Luigi one in a heartbeat.
Just down the road.
Yep.
Okay, so that's free, by the way,
But
Mercedes.
that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the 2 DLC packs that they're going to release November 2014 and May 2015.
So the first one is, I believe...
They are bringing Link from The Legend of Zelda.
So finally, cross
Tanuki Mario.
or cross genres
Right.
or
Cross-platform.
whatever. You know what I mean?
Link, Tanuki Mario, Cat Peach, 8 brand new courses and 4 new vehicles. One of them being the Blue Falcon from F-Zero.
Yes, I saw that. That looks like a lot of fun.
It's awesome. I think the character choices are a bit strange. Like, I would have preferred a character like Birdo or Kamek instead of Tanuki Mario or Cat Peach.
Been on
'cause
this
they're-
Kamek kick since we did that Let's Play, man.
I wonder if we'll see Captain Falcon.
well,
It's possible.
maybe if there's
His
more than
car's
2.
there.
And if they make an amiibo,
That's true.
That's possible.
it's very possible.
Possibilities are endless, really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
this
think,
point.
first of all, let me just go on record and say I love the addition of Link. I mean, so now all of a sudden you've got all the Zelda faithful
Yeah.
going into Mario Kart.
Zelda.
People will buy, if there is an association with Zelda of any
will buy
kind, their fan base will go out and buy it.
Yep.
Again, just genius.
Well, and Zelda is being pushed everywhere right now.
That's
Hyrule
why.
Warriors.
It's because-
Hyrule Warriors, Zelda, and then you have this Zelda and Link in Mario Kart.
Yeah.
And Link's new game next year.
yeah, that's.
It's just,
I can't wait. for
This is
that.
the year of Link,
Yeah.
apparently.
And
Yep.
for me, other than that, I mean, Cat Peach and the Tanuki Mario is also cool, but 8 new tracks.
That's what I'm excited about.
That's why I'm saying it.
Tracks.
New
Tracks,
tracks.
tracks.
That's impressive, and not to mention the fact that 8 tracks.
That's
1, 2,
a
3,
lot.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's like 2
Most
cuts.
of the time,
That's one pack. The second one will have
Right.
another 8 new tracks. So
Right.
we're going to have a total of 50 tracks.
for like $12 or something.
Well,
right?
if you get them both, if you get them separately, it's $7.99 each. But
if
you
you
can get
buy,
them
like,
both
the pass or
12
whatever.
bucks. Yes.
that's
That's
still
a
more
great deal.
content
Yeah.
in 2 packs than you will ever see on a Call of Duty or Battlefield.
Absolutely.
You get 2 maps, maybe 4 with those games.
So your first.
And you spend twice as much for one pack.
$15 for 4 maps
one
in
pack.
Call of Duty.
So
Yeah.
your
Versus
first
the $12
your
you get
first
16
pack
tracks.
comes out November this year.
Yes.
The second pack comes out.
May.
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 So by the time
2015.
you've
See, Nintendo's being
mastered
smart.
those 8 tracks.
And with the second pack, you're going to get, I think it was Dry Bowser.
You get Dry Bowser, Isabelle from Animal Crossing, and Villager.
So
from
more
Animal Crossing.
crossover characters.
Yep.
And then another 8
8
tracks.
Tracks.
And
So-
4 more vehicles from that, too.
So 8 vehicles, 16 tracks, 7
And
characters?
6 characters.
6 characters?
So it's clear that
$12.
Nintendo has finally started to embrace this DLC concept.
And they're doing it smart. They're actually waiting they're waiting a while to release their DLC. Like, I'm glad
Right.
they're waiting a whole year to release their second pack because
Instead of-
people will start to get bored with the game, but then, oh, new DLC, I need to play the game again.
Right. Instead of just a 3-month turnaround for a
Right.
handful of, oh god, scraps. No, you get like full content.
Right.
So some
in
other
this.
quick news. Nintendo, we're going to try to get you as much information as we can. There is an Ultimate NES remix coming to the 3DS, which is very exciting for me. I'll
Looks
definitely be
really
picking
cool.
that up.
That looks good.
I love the retro stuff. And then Smash Brothers has Shulk
Yep, from
Xenoblade.
from
Xenoblade.
Xenoblades.
Getting a lot of Japanese characters in Smash Bros. This time.
I think that's a good move.
It is, yeah.
Yeah,
4
absolutely.
Fire Emblem and now Shulk.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll be talking more of Nintendo when we get back. Hey, welcome back. So we just got done talking about all kinds of stuff, and now we have more or less a an opinion conversation that we'd like to discuss. And by the way, we'd also love to hear from you. Let us know on Facebook at facebook.com/pressstartvg, and hit us up on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/psvgtv. And what we're going to be talking about is, I'm sure anybody who's played video games could weigh in on this conversation at some point. But
And we really want to hear from you.
the best NES game ever.
All personal
Wow.
opinion, mind you. All personal preference.
So Sam, kick us off here. What are you?
That's not fair.
Best
I told her
NES?
that you would throw it to me first, and I'd take hers.
Nope. Mario
Fine.
Brothers 3.
You can have it.
Hands down.
So years ago, there was a poll that was done by a bunch of top people in the video game industry, and they asked them to list their top 10 games of all time, right? And then they averaged all of those lists together. Zelda: Ocarina of Time for the 64 came out on top, but within the top 3 or 5, I don't remember exactly where it ended up, was Mario Brothers.
It's the
3.
best game ever.
That
I can
game-
still play that game for hours.
I still play that game with my roommate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I-
play that game.
I just played
as
it a
much
couple
as I
days
can.
ago. It's still fun.
amazing.
I downloaded it on my DS, and it's like
The
it's
game
my
will
go-to.
never
Like,
get old. It's the perfect co-op game.
even single
the
player.
perfect
It's
game.
the
Single
perfect
player.
game.
It's like the perfect game.
There's hints, there's puzzles, the levels were cleverly designed.
There's shortcuts.
Lots
I
of
mean,
power-ups.
yeah.
I mean, a lot of power-ups.
I don't know how Nintendo did it with the Mario games. I mean, they literally only had so much information to work with. But if you look at Mario 1, it was like, I mean, it was okay. When
Very
it came
flat.
out, amazing.
Right.
Mario 2 came out, amazing. I loved it. Mario 3 came out, amazing again. Still all on the same console.
Now-
Just amazing.
Does everybody here know when the first actual clip of Super Mario Brothers 3?
The Wizard.
Yes.
Why are
Yes.
you talking like William Shatner?
I don't know. But yeah, it was actually first announced. Well, the first screens of it were
Was on
released
the
during
big
Wizard.
screen.
Yes,
The Wizard.
The
They even-
final game in the movie.
They even showed off a
awesome.
shortcut to go to
Yep.
a higher, which is, what video game has the capability of doing that today?
None.
None.
So, okay, well, Mario Bros. 3, great
Yep.
choice. That's a given.
Nate.
Oh,
Let's
my
just go
turn?
down the line.
Okay, all right.
What do you think?
Mega Man 2, all the way.
Okay, sure.
It's a good game.
Yep.
The gameplay is just amazing. All the Robot Masters are really fun. Best power-up out of all the Mega Man games was on that one, Blade Man.
Oh yeah, yeah, he
I
was
mean,
great.
the power-up never runs out, and it's extremely powerful.
I thought the end of the game of Dr. Wily's
Oh yeah, his
the big
alien-
machine thing.
Yeah.
At the time, I was like, wow, look at the graphics on that thing.
Yep.
It was really.
And now you're like, oh.
Nah, I mean, it was great stuff. One of the other things about Mega Man 2 that doesn't get talked about as much, but it is one of the best soundtracks
Absolutely.
to a video game.
I love
of
that
all
soundtrack,
time.
especially Dr. Wily's
That's another
Castle
segment,
first stage.
but yeah. There's a lot of bands out there that you can check out online. I'm sure that Mini Bosses, people like that, but they do reenactments of some of the. Everybody's got the Mega Man 2
Everyone does Mega
soundtrack
Man 2, yeah.
in that list. But yeah, it was a great game. Again, looked great at the time. Levels were done right. Power-ups were good. It was a great concept that it was something to look forward to at the end of each level is getting to that boss. Just a lot of fun there. So, I mean, those are really
It
good
wasn't
choices.
easy getting there.
Oh no, it wasn't easy,
Never
but,
easy to get
but it was great because it wasn't one of those games where when you got a game over, you had to start all over. Like
No.
once you beat Robot Master, you beat him and you get a password, and then you can just keep on going
Yeah.
using the password.
Old passwords, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta write those Well, it was a grid and you had to write down, which was kind of weird. But
I had notebooks
regardless,
full
you didn't
of
have to start from the very beginning.
Yeah. Okay, great choice. 9.
Your turn.
What do you got?
Well, there's a lot of great games out there. Super Mario Brothers 3, Mega Man, the entire Mega Man franchise really
Oh, yeah.
is just great. And then you have games like Battletoads, which is so great
yeah.
and so impossibly difficult.
Freaking hard.
And you have games like Contra, which introduced the code, which has been used in every single Konami game since that game. And it's kind of hard to pick. If I had to pick, I'd probably say Contra. Because me and my brothers and my sisters, we spent hours upon hours dumping into Contra.
Yeah, and when I first played Contra, I was like, this is impossible. I can't do this
Oh,
in
yeah.
3 guys.
Yeah.
And then you
discover the
You
code.
figure out the code. By the way, I did go back and later do it with just the 3 guys.
Just the
after
3
I was
guys.
good. But once you get, because you get levels or 1-ups along the way.
Oh yeah.
Anybody know the code off the top of their head?
Up, down,
Down, left, right,
yeah.
BA, select, start.
Yep.
Well, select, start if you're playing 2-player. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. That is the infamous code, the most popular cheat code of all time. But yeah, Contra again, great soundtrack, great
Excellent
level
soundtrack.
designs. They
Great
changed
co-op.
it up. The co-op was fantastic.
Yeah.
Power-ups are great. I mean,
The
spread or
spread,
gun.
spread.
Yeah,
Spread or gun.
It's all about
Yeah.
spread.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
well-
even just like the bosses were fun.
oh yeah, great
So
stuff.
it's just the whole package it was great.
I mean, at the time, Nintendo was really releasing. I mean, just they've got all of their mega titles came out.
On the NES.
I mean,
Yep.
Mario, Zelda, Metroid. You had Kid Icarus, and then all the other Contra. Yeah, Battletoads, Double Dragon was a big
Double
one.
Dragon,
Mike
yeah.
Tyson's
Oh, yeah.
Punch Out.
Yep.
Gosh, you had everything. I mean, Paperboy was a lot of fun. I mean,
You had to pick
RC
one.
Program, TNC Surf Design.
All right,
Like,
pick one.
Gotta
Pick one.
pick
You
one.
gotta pick one.
I just don't know if I can.
You can do it.
Just say the first one that comes
Can
top
do
of your head.
So, if I had to pick one, for me, I had a lot of great memories with a lot of those games, but it'd have to be the very first game where you could actually save your progress, and that would have to be The Legend of Zelda.
Yep.
I remember busting out the map, trying to figure out the Lost Woods. I mean, just great times. Actually beating it and really feeling a sense of accomplishment.
First
of
game
course,
I ever beat.
yeah. I mean, it was just like wow, and that's what kind of gets you hooked. You know, you're
Yeah.
you're into
You
it.
get that sense of accompliment, especially at the end when
Yeah.
he holds up the Triforce and you're
like-
like, yeah!
But yeah, I mean that was a great experience. But I mean, there really are so many games that are on that level. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
it's just and you know, Nintendo needs to make sure that they kind of nurture, which they've done a good job over the years.
Yeah.
But
They've let some of them
somewhat.
kind of die off.
Like,
and
we haven't
they're
seen
separate
Metroid,
way.
Star Fox, F-Zero in a while.
Kid
Star
Icarus
Fox
had
is
a
coming
game
back.
a couple, years ago?
Yes, we got a Kid Icarus. We haven't seen Metroid in quite a while.
Metroid I would like to see on the Wii U.
Absolutely.
That'd be really cool with the gamepad.
they
too.
need to make sure that they don't just blast them out. That
Quality over quantity.
Yeah,
That's
each
right.
one of those,
Yeah.
each one of those games we listed is a AAA title for them.
Oh,
Put
absolutely.
some time into it. Make sure it's awesome. There you go. So yeah, again, we want to know what you think. Hit us up on our Facebook and at YouTube. Again, youtube.com/PSVGTV, facebook.com/PressStartVG. That's all the time we have for you today. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you soon.
See ya.
Peace
out.